Here's your news for June 7th, 2020. And your headlines today include Bray Wyatt's future opponent is revealed, Paul Heyman's plans for Jinder revealed, WWE reshot several scenes again, Adam Cole speaks out, reason why WWE wrestlers hated Gronk revealed, WWE's contract clause isn't allowing a wrestler to go to AEW, Tony Khan gives an open statement about the Hogans. We're starting off with some big news regarding the future of Bray Wyatt. After Bray Wyatt's loss to the Monster Among Men at Money in the Bank, a rematch was inevitable. However, surprisingly, Strowman's next pay-per-view opponents were Miz and John Morrison in a handicap match. Wrestling Observer reports that Fiend vs. Strowman will happen, but not right away. According to their report, WWE is looking to book the Fiend vs. Braun Strowman match prior to SummerSlam. And as you may know that Extreme Rules is the only option between Backlash and the biggest party of the summer. Details for Extreme Rules have yet to be confirmed by WWE. The event was previously scheduled to take place on July 19th at the SAP Center in San Jose, California. The event might still be July 19th, but San Jose won't be hosting it. Since Strowman vs. Wyatt seems incredibly likely for Extreme Rules, it would be a good idea to expect Bray Wyatt's return soon. It's unclear what WWE has in store for SummerSlam, but they want to run this match beforehand. We all know that WWE has the comfort of editing their content since the show is now pre-taped and not live. Fightful reports that there were a couple of reshoots from the last set of television tapings. MVP's promo also needed to be redone because he messed up the verbiage of how he referred to their live crowd. Fightful says, there was also a reshoot during an MVP promo because he referred to the audience as NXT superstars. Someone came over the loudspeaker to cut off the promo to say to only refer to the audience as performance center recruits. Fightful also reported that Otis vs. King Corbin had to be reshot. This resulted in Otis taking 4 spinebusters, although they didn't mention what went wrong here, but it was certain that Otis has surely lost his smile in this case. From one SmackDown star to 2 more now as Sasha Banks and Bayley captured the WWE Women's Tag Team titles and celebrated in a very unique way. Following their victory over Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, WWE's camera crew caught up with the new champs, and when posing for their photo shoot, Banks asked whether they should take pictures on the floor crying. This, of course, is in reference to the rumors that the pair were crying on the floor after losing the women's tag team titles to the Iconics at WrestleMania 35, an accusation that both The Boss and Bayley denied. Clearly, the new women's tag team champions are sticking by their side of the story that they didn't cry at WrestleMania last year, and are more than happy to poke fun at the fans who believed this unconfirmed rumor. Now, we've previously reported about Adam Cole and how his future with the WWE is uncertain, and now the NXT champion has weighed in on the rumors that he could be leaving this September when his current contract expires. Speaking to Brent Brookhouse of CBS Sports to promote NXT TakeOver in Your House, Cole was asked about the rumors of him leaving, but spoke more about his short-term plans, saying, "A lot of people say, oh, what's next? What are you going to do next? You're NXT champion, what's your next goal? My goal is to keep the NXT championship." Cole added that he sees no reason why he should skip over his current goal of keeping the title, and reflected about his role with the Gold brand, and said, "It's going to keep growing and getting bigger and bigger. I'm very proud to be a part of that. I just want to continue trying to solidify myself as being the greatest NXT champion of all time." Though he didn't say whether he'll re-sign with WWE or not, Cole doesn't sound like someone who plans on leaving, and hopefully fans will get a clearer picture after the Undisputed Era member faces Velveteen Dream this Sunday with the title on the line. We've got some news from Monday Night Raw next as Jinder Mahal is back on the shelf once again. Taking to Instagram, the former WWE champion revealed that he had to undergo another knee operation, but claims that he'll be back stronger than ever. The photo was also tagged in Birmingham, Alabama, where several WWE superstars have gone for surgery over the years. This is rotten timing for the modern-day Maharaja, as he returned to the ring in late April after being out for almost a year with another knee injury. Following an impressive victory over Akira Tozawa, there were rumors of Mahal being in line for a push and possible feud with WWE champion and his 3MB bandmate Drew McIntyre, though that obviously won't be happening now. Unfortunately, the modern-day Maharaja's recent knee surgery caused a change of plans. Wrestling Observer reports that Paul Heyman had big plans for Jinder Mahal on his brand, and there were some plans to have him feud with former stablemate Drew McIntyre over the WWE Championship at some point in the future. This rivalry was reportedly not going to be a long-term feud, but it would have seen the two mix it up. Now McIntyre is carrying the WWE title into Backlash against Bobby Lashley. There are very strong rumors that WWE might crown Lashley as their champion as well. We've got a huge update from Rob Gronkowski, as after his trade to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the former 24/7 champion had to retire from pro wrestling. Now Ringside News is reporting that there was heat on Gronk backstage, but it was because of how the WWE treated the NFL star, not how Gronk treated others. One source said that Gronk was treated like he was a Saudi prince, and said the WrestleMania spot, which saw Gronk dive into a bunch of superstars, was a case of WWE treating an outsider better than their in-house talent. Their source also said that the company's pecking order was very much on display given Gronk's treatment, as the NFL star was still learning how to wrestle when he wussed out of doing the dive. And despite needing 74-year-old Vince McMahon to show how safe it is, Gronk was treated much better than if any other rookie had been hesitant to do the spot. With that in mind, it was also reported that Gronk didn't big-time people backstage, so any resentment that people had to him is due to the company and not the NFL star himself. Whilst Gronk may no longer be with WWE due to his return to the NFL, WWE have made sure that wrestling fans won't see him anywhere else. According to the Wrestling Observer, a clause in Gronkowski's contract will stop him from appearing in AEW, as they reported. WWE did put a clause in his release that by granting him the release, he couldn't work for any other pro wrestling promotion during the terms of the original contract. Reports have stated that Gronk was brought in to work Mania, SummerSlam, and a Saudi show, and whilst it's unclear just how long he was signed for, it's safe to assume that given his deal with the Bucks, Gronk won't be appearing in AEW. From a departure to a return now, as older fans may remember Todd Pettengill from classic In Your House events, and now it looks like the former broadcaster is back. Pettengill was featured in a promo for this weekend's TakeOver event that had a throwback feel, as he used some classic verbiage to promote the card, and the video even had a filter to make it seem like from a much older screen. Since leaving the then WWF, Pettengill has been a busy bee, as he's hosted a few radio shows and most recently worked for WPLJ 95.5 in the New York area, but hasn't lost his touch when it comes to promoting In Your House events. Over to Raw now, and Aleister Black may be the strong silent type on TV, but has opened up about the racism in the United States online. Black, who is in an interracial marriage with Selena Vega, recently appeared on Instagram Live and said that he feels embarrassed to see racism is still a thing, and described it as unfair. He added, "It shouldn't be this difficult. Like, our society is so far advanced, it shouldn't be this way. It makes no sense, but I can say that 100 million times and it's not going to change a thing." The former NXT champion was struggling to hold back tears as he spoke about the racial injustice he sees, and hopefully society will be able to progress to a better place where racism is a thing of the past. Over to AEW now, and Tony Khan recently banned both Linda and Hulk Hogan from the company, and we've found out that the Hulkster hasn't been welcomed in AEW since they opened their doors. After the Wrestling Observer noted that Khan had told people from day one he wouldn't work with Hogan, the AEW leader gave a statement on the matter, saying that Hogan's past racist comments is why the pair can't do business. Khan questioned how he could look at his black friends, players, employees, or even himself in the face if he worked with Hogan, and even though Hogan's deal with the WWE will keep him from AEW anyway, it's clear that the Hall of Famer isn't wanted in Tony Khan's company. We're looking back at WrestleMania 17 now, and one reason why fans consider it the greatest pay-per-view of all time is the all-out brawl between Triple H and The Undertaker. The first of 3 matches at the Showcase of the Immortals between the two, the match was a physical affair, which is why it's so surprising that it turns out it nearly didn't happen. Speaking on his podcast, Jim Ross described a meeting with Vince McMahon where the boss was informed about the oversight. He said, "I was trying to manage the entire roster. I look at the card and say, it's a card, Vince, but we got 2 guys who aren't booked that need to be booked." Vince says, "Who?" "Undertaker and Triple H." "Oh, God." JR explained how both men had been loyal soldiers in the Monday Night War and had deserved their spot in WrestleMania, so changes had to be made to fit them in. He added, "It was an oversight. You've got a lot on your plate, it's no excuse, human error, but when he realized that they had not been booked, he quickly said, 'We've got to fix that immediately.'" With such little time, the story between the two wasn't great, and thankfully the pair would have much more high-profile matches at WrestleMania 27 and 28, with both matches stealing the show at their respective events. We've got a huge update from All Elite Wrestling next, as though AEW Dark is the company's weekly YouTube show, it may not be the case for much longer. During Wrestling Observer Live, Bryan Alvarez noted that AEW Dark is very likely coming to TNT, as the company signed an expansion with Warner Media to get an additional show on TV. The booking of AEW Dark certainly suggests that the show will be a big deal, as they consistently use big names, including AEW World Champion Jon Moxley this week. Alvarez stated that the company should be building up AEW Dark to make it a bigger deal ahead of the rumored move to TV, and once it's on TNT, it'll be easier to get fans to tune in. By having their world champion on, there's no doubt that fans will tune in to see Moxley compete, and this may just be the start of Dark's move to TNT.